a lot of people, I don't give two shits. Like me, I love going to them kind of stores. Like, and I have no shame. Like, in my own hood, I wouldn't walk in. But say, because we're in Jersey, we're on like the northeastern side of Jersey. So we're closer to the city. So say I go to like Times Square, you know, in Times Square, there's a lot of sex shops. I have no problem with walking right on in. Like,
yo, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I went to a couple sex stores in my hood. Like, you know what I mean? I went to a couple sex stores.
I went to,
and I walked in that motherfucker, but before I walked in, I was like this. Walked down right up in the motherfucker.
Why do y'all feel like y'all doing something wrong? Sex is for adults.
That's what I say.
But the only reason why I did that because I don't want nobody coming up to me talking about saying, "Hey yo, my nigga, I see you walking the motherfucking sex store, nigga. What the fuck you was doing in there?" Like, damn. Now motherfuckers think I'm some type of bird.
That's what you could have been like.
And for everyone else who don't want to go, there's always that. Amazon has everything now, you know?
How about that? Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of online shopping. But we got a lot of sex toys, but I just don't like the feel of like dildos inside of me. So like I'll play around with like sex toys and other things, but a dildo just seems like a dead man, like a dead penis. It's no life. It's just plastic and cold. Yeah. And we have some pretty expensive dildos. So we have like realistic ones, but like I guess I need that whole connection from a man.
Yeah.
But we have
I need to feel the real thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, basically.
We even tried with like
you just need to feel the real skin.
And I couldn't even do it. Even like with him using like a strap on, I still couldn't do it. It still just didn't feel real. I didn't like it.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Yeah, it was weird.
But the thing is, though, people got to realize is that no matter how you feel about it personally and what you think about it, there's money to be made and people are going to buy them. So if you want to really make money and get on that end of it, we have to get ourselves out of that mindset of, oh, this is a sex toy. I don't like this. I don't like these dolls. Because the industry is going to take off and people are going to buy them. The problem is now people are saying, oh, this is that, this is that, this is that. But they can't afford it. So one of the jokes one of the guys was making was that everyone's talking about how bad the sex dolls are and how they're going to get one and they want one, but they can't afford them. So no matter what they feel about it, they can't afford it for one. But people who can buy them are going to buy them, and no one's going to stop them. People out there outside of our community are buying them left and right. They got money. Our community is the ones who are not buying them because we really don't need it, but they love them out there, you know. So if we can just get on the ground floor with this would be like the Bitcoin revolution where as they start putting robotics into the sex dolls in the hot spots in the vagina and the breast, and they start talking to you, it's going to start going up in price, and the sales are going to start going up. And as they mass produce them, the sales are going to start.
A sex doll now is like $1,000 and something.
It's like the cheapest one is like
that's cheap.
Yeah, $6,000 to $10,000 is
cheap. Wow. Yeah, that's the cheapest I've seen.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Yeah. But I mean, I guess if it's a good thing like that, like if it's like really good and it really works, I guess you should make it expensive.
They're getting better with the synthetic skin, and it feels warm. I mean, it feels real. The skin, it just feels cold, like she said. So the skin feels real on a lot of them, but it's just cold. But once they get past that cold part, it's going to go up a couple steps. So if people have money, it's good to get in on it, you know, and try to make some money off of it. That's how I feel about it. But I don't need a sex doll because I got a doll right here.
Yup, $1,000 for the new ones. Yup, you guys are right. That's what I seen. Some of the realistic ones that I seen off of Instagram, those are going for as high as $6,000. I don't know if those, like you said, have the heaters in them, but these things I've shown like pictures to a few men, and I've had a full-blown argument with these guys because they're like, that's a real-time human, that's not a doll.
Well, now what they're doing is they're
one of somebody in the comments said it's $2,000 for the new one.
That's just one
Jerome
brand. If you go to realdoll.com, you'll see a good medium price for some decent ones. They've been around for a long time. REALDOLL. It's the one I've been showing people for years, and they've been progressively getting better and better. But their average price for a really good one is between $6,000 and $10,000. And now what they're doing now is they're starting to try to aim towards the black community, because now they got black dolls that have the black dolls that are shaped like the black woman. The problem before that I saw is a Roblox.
Because I seen one. They got like fat asses and shit.
Right, big asses, big thick thighs, and big hips. So now that they're trying to aim towards the black community, and that's where we're going to start seeing more and more black people getting into it. Because right now you have a white doll that looks like a white woman that doesn't really appeal to us. So now they got the dolls that look like us with the big lips, and the shape like we like. So now
I just don't feel like the average person.
The average person probably won't.
Yeah, I think it's always going to be like some weirdo.
The person who can't really connect. The person who doesn't
Well,
know how to
let me
talk to
see.
You
women,
don't think so? So you don't think a couple of these hood niggas out here, you don't think they're gonna order them a sex doll just to say, yeah, I got Lucretia in the closet?
Niggas fuck around, walk around like, yo, I got a bitch. Niggas say, nigga, I got a bitch.
It have to be a hood is like stuck in his house, like only play video games, don't really have no connection to like females or anything like that.
Yeah.
So in that sense, yeah, maybe like a hermit, but like not a regular outside dude that can go get some pussy for like $5 at the corner. So no, like
yeah.
See, but you know what I feel like? I feel like for somebody to go buy a sex doll, I feel like they don't get a lot of sex.
Right. But
It's like they're lacking in the sex department. So that's why they went and got something that's gonna give them some pussy.
Yeah.
I read a post that all of these sex dolls are doing is perpetuate in pedophilia because they're making them look younger. They could have them to preference now.
They have different sizes now.
Yes, I meant to ask you guys about that. Have you seen that? The fact that they're making dolls to represent little children to satisfy pedophiles. How do you feel about that? I think that's disgusting. Regardless, it's a doll. I understand. It's still disgusting. Like, because
it's still a fucking child.
Yeah.
It's just a fake child. That's just.
Listen to what they're doing now. They're just on the same topic. Now they're starting to play with the idea for people who are pedophiles. They're starting to prescribe them these childlike sex dolls so they don't go out and do the real thing. So I actually read an article that is therapy for them.
Yeah.
So that's what they're doing.
I guess that is a good thing, because it is keeping the children safe.
Is it?
I have no offense with that. I don't really believe it's really keeping the children safe. I think the people that's going to offend are going to offend whether they have a doll or not. But I think what it would do is it would perpetuate those feelings of pedophilia with people, and then that might make them upgrade into, look, now let me get a child. But I don't know,
The other thing is that people are starting to make dolls that represent their fantasies, like Jessica Rabbit, for instance. Something that looks like Jessica Rabbit or some other cartoon character or anime. So now they're starting to make that represent other areas of people's fantasies. So they're going to start making those dolls, and then they're going to take off. Yeah. Because now they already make dolls that look like fairies, like the fairies in Disney and stuff. They make little dolls that look like that has regular size vaginas. It's just all over. If you can think about it, it's out there.
Yeah.
So it's going to take off whether we like it or not. The business, the sex doll business.
So what kind of relationship do you guys say you guys have?
I take it you guys are in a relationship?
Yes.
It's everything.
We're married, but we're in a BDSM relationship. I am the mistress, the madam, and he is a BDSM relationship.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Okay. I'm gonna wait till he comes back because I have a question for you guys.
Me too.
Okay.
This is good. Okay. So you said you have a BDSM relationship. Now,
Oh, he done broke out the handcuffs.
I've heard of them. I've heard of it, but I'm not too familiar with BDSM. Can you explain?
Hold on, you're breaking up a little bit.
Can you explain?
What you got? Can I explain our relationship or BDSM?
No. Yes, BDSM. Can you explain what BDSM is for me? Because I'm not really too familiar with what it is. I've heard of it, but I'm not too sure. So can you explain to me what it is that BDSM is? Like what type of relationship that is?
The basic terminology for BDSM is bondage and discipline sadomasochism. You can have B&D by itself and S&M separately by itself, but together it's BDSM. Some people are just into bondage and discipline, and some people are just sadomasochism. They like pain, giving pain or receiving pain. Now, it's
power dynamic.
Power exchange. It's different things to different people. It's not the same thing for everyone. So
it's basically a variety of different sexual practices that involves power dynamics and pain and discipline. Like you could get into your role playing. Like if you're a couple that just do a lot of role playing, that's BDSM. If you tie your partner up, that's BDSM. We have more of a power dynamic relationship, but we also have an S&M relationship, which also is the sadomasochism. So yeah, we're like all across the BDSM board with everything.
It's something that Black people are pretty much afraid of.
You know what, yo? I've never been in that type of relationship. I mean, I role played before, like you know, like the little cops and robbers and shit.
Yeah.
But you feel me? I never tied anybody up or nothing like that, or like spanked anybody.
For people who are into spirituality, it's interesting.
Wait. A moment of silence for the blunt. Okay.
We do that throughout our show at least once throughout our show. So
I gotta call
we don't need to cut you off.
But
so, as you were saying,
it's interesting that when you get into who we are and how we prosper as a people, us Blacks, we prosper better if you look at it, if we support our Black women, right? There's a way of supporting a Black woman, and you can be a submissive man, but not be, it doesn't mean you're a chump. So you can be the strongest guy out there, can knock someone out, but decide I'm going to support my woman and raise her up. And if you're a spiritual person like we are, you begin to realize, for me as a man, I began to realize that my power got better as I began to support her more and give her more strength and power, my energy. So as I support her, she supports me, and it's just a cycle that keeps growing. It doesn't mean that I'm like this sad, submissive guy walking around here like on my hands and knees out there, you know what I mean? But I support her and I respect her and I love her. And as long as I keep doing that, my spiritual energy increases. You know, our manifestation increases as a couple. Because now what she wants and what we want together, it begins to grow. Because the woman has more of that earth energy. She's more connected with Mother Earth. And as she gives life. And the more of us will recognize that, if we begin to give our power to the woman and not think, oh, that's a simp, we begin to realize that spiritually it works. It's that yin yang energy. We gotta recognize that the yin yang energy is alive in all of us. We just